Guys, it's me, Donovan Sadiq. Welcome to Don't Believe the Hype. This week, okay, bear with me here. We're just getting this new thing going, so now we can see us in a long format type. We're going to be talking about a Roaching 101. I want to talk about that, and we're going to be talking about $1 billion baby shower. And I'm with the infamous Dimitri K. As you guys know, we just came back from South Africa, had a great time. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We haven't been talking about politics lately. As you guys now know, Donald Trump has now sold out the country and his office. And I know a lot of my friends that are Trump supporters. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm not a basher either.
That's not what I heard.
Well, you heard a lot. It's irrefutable now that this man has broken the law. There's just no think about that. Hey, thanks a lot, Lanier. This guy was in Okinawa with us. Looking at him, mean Marine. I mean, lean, mean, but teddy bear.
Okay.
Teddy bear type guy.
But I don't know if he wanted everybody to know he's really a softie.
Well, he's an old guy now. Nothing against him. He's like that. But, had two beautiful daughters and like that. So we go way back. So we're going to do the show. If you guys are listening, check us out on podcast, Spreaker. Mm-hmm. We're on Facebook Live, and then we're going to get back into everything. So now we're just going to be doing this stuff. So just check it out. My cousin Bill's watching. Yeah, he said stop it. Yeah. Hey, you're one of those old Marines now. I think I can take it. So just stand by. Dee's going to be doing the comments. You guys just want to watch, check us out. We'll take it from there. But we're going to go ahead and start the podcast and get into it. So here we go.
And sorry for the words over my face, but my eyes should be good enough.
There you go. How about that? There you go.
Okay, I'm on your page now.
All right. Hey, you guys, welcome to Don't Believe the Hype. Donovan Sadiq and my infamous pal, Dimitri K, is in the house. Just duly back from South Africa. Real quick, let everybody know, how was it?
It was awesome. And I can't wait to go back.
Are you going to hit South Africa, going to hit Ghana, maybe another country?
Egypt. What about Egypt or something like that?
That's more Arab.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to go too far north.
Let's...
Liberia, which is an American colony.
Nigeria, where my people
Liberia.
is. What about Nigeria?
Nigeria's okay, too, but you got a lot of them over here.
Okay.
Well,
Ethiopia, something.
Yeah, it's all good.
Senegal, somewhere. So, yeah, Senegal.
Right. So, because like I said, Mama Seychelles and Mama Zulu, they're all there. The features, everything, the walk, everything was there. It was a great time. But hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in. This is where we want you to pull the screen down and see who's pulling the levers and the whistles and doing all that, which is usually me. But we're trying to make a difference in the black community. And don't forget to check out Dimitri K on the Dimitri K Show, Sundays 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so let's get into it. I want to talk about Roaching 101.
What is Roaching 101?
Roaching 101. Okay, for those that don't know, when roaches have nothing to eat, they start cannibalizing themselves. So they start eating themselves, they start eating other roaches, and that's what's happening. Now, the funny thing is, and I'm going to tie in Africa with this, is in Africa, the people were so excited about coming to America And I couldn't understand, like, well, what?
Why?
Yeah, I mean, we have the same problems you guys have over here. I mean, extremely rich, the wealth gap, and all that other good stuff. So, one thing I did learn from Africa was they have a hustle because every day to them is survival. So, these people are like on it. I mean, if they don't get this sale, they're not eating. If they don't, the rent, I mean, they're just on it. That's why now I understand when they come here, they see all these free programs. And they say, oh my God, and they just jump on them, and they open up their businesses, they just do what they got to do, and they say, look at all this free money, and it is the land of plenty, there's no doubt about it. However, we, as Americans, we sit here, and we just dog each other out. Now, I had an incident that just happened, I don't know what it is, but I have a friend who, and I have, borrowed money from me. Now, let me ask you guys out there in the stratosphere of the universe, have you ever gone to a bank and just said, give me the money, and the bank just said, here you go, how much do you need? Well, if you're white, they do that. They go, just don't worry about it, Mr. White Man. How much do you really need? It's 50,000 enough? Oh, $1 million. Is that good? But you're a black guy or somebody else, you fill out an application form, and they want to know why you're in this predicament, what you need the money for, what are your assets, what are your liabilities, right?
Right.
So I have this big rule. I don't loan money to my friends or my family. That's a big rule for me. Now, my immediate family, I do, which is my immediate family is my mom and my brother. That's it. Okay? Done. Nobody else. So, because I've lost.
So I can just scratch that $2,000 loan I was about to ask you for?
Yeah. I know Al's daughter needed the iPhone 11 something because without it, she's going to die. She's going to die.
R.I.P., baby.
Right. So, a friend asked me for some money, and I said, okay, no problem. Now, remember, I had a female friend that did the same exact type stuff. When are people going to learn I'm serious about my money?
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun.
Dun, dun, dun,
I have no
dun,
problem
dun.
owning it. So the problem I have with this friend is this. Okay, whatever her situation, I don't know what the situation is, and so I said, okay, no problem, no big deal. It wasn't a lot of money. $200 to me isn't a lot of money. No problem, but she needs it by tomorrow or whenever she needs it. And I said, okay, that's fine, whatever. But I said, hey, what's going on? Here's my protocol. Before I ask any of my friends for money, which I've never done, I'm going to go to my brother first, my siblings. And if my siblings don't have it, I'm going to go to my parents.
Then what if your parents don't have it?
And then if my parents don't have it, then I will go to a close friend.
Checking the cash.
Right, yeah.
Checking the cash to sell some ass.
Right. But do you see what I'm saying? But there's an order of how you're supposed to do that.
Right. I'm just kidding
Yeah.
about to sell the ass, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
she's
kidding.
not. So there's an order to do it. I'm going to go to my brother and my own immediate family. So I said, okay, it's no big deal, whatever. But you see, in the black community, we have a problem. And I've lost a lot of friends over money. And to me, it isn't the money it's what gets us into it. It's when I ask the questions. How dare I ask a question because you're borrowing my money? How do I know? A good example. My own mom. Tom, I need $1,000. For what? I'm going to the casino. Hell no, you ain't getting $1,000. I have a right to, not, know all that stuff. So.
Right.
But, so Roaching 101 is, and that's really very prevalent in the black community. We are so busy. I didn't know you needed the money. Mm-hmm. You borrow the money, you don't want to give it. If I was Mr. Charlie, I'm getting the money back, or we're going to go to, or we're going to go to court, or whatever we're going to do, right?
Because I can't see you.
So, so that's Roaching 101. And, I just noticed that has happened a lot. And I lost a lot of friends. And don't remember, I'm not hurting for friends, but here's what I've noticed on all my friends. I have a universal background of friends, right? The only people that I've lost over the years are black friends. And it's over money.
You got white friends?
Yeah, I got some white friends. And the black friends that I've lost have been black females.
What you saying, Donovan?
Well,
make it plain, Donovan.
I'm going to make it plain.
Come on, make it plain.
What I'm saying is, okay, why would you wait till the last minute knowing you need this money when you knew ahead of time what your situation was and you didn't make provisions for it. And then, and then a lot of my friends who are in love with their grandkids and whatever, and they're in love with their children. And, I love my son too, but I don't love him enough to where I'm going to be, out in the street. I'm not doing that, so.
You might need to move in a frame a little bit.
Yeah, so, what, am I out of frame? I'm in frame right
You're
here.
in frame here, but not on my thing for some reason.
Because you're not turning it.
Oh, you think that's what it is?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
We got a little thing here.
Nope.
Nope.
Your big head is still missing.
Well, scoot over.
It's all about me.
Your thing isn't wide enough because now you're going to go out of shot. But anyway, forget all that. So, anyway, yeah, there's something wrong with your screen or something. So there I am.
Yeah, because you moved over.
You sure?
Yeah. Watch. It's a delay.
Yeah, no, I know that, but what it is your thing isn't wide.
Now see your head,
Yeah, I know, but your thing isn't wide though, so I got to go over here.
Yeah, you good.
So scoot over. So anyway, so now I'm way over here, which I shouldn't be because she's got an Obama phone.
I smell good,
phone.
okay?
Yeah.
I don't stink.
Yeah, her old Trump phone. So anyway, so that's the dilemma with Roaching 101. And the thing is, it's very prevalent in the black community. Now, Dee might not agree with me. She's going to play the advocate.
I'm just listening.
And here's the crutch of it. Once I started asking questions of this person, they got offended. And they got mad. Now, Dee, am I within my right to ask questions in regards to what are you going to do with this money?
No, but I'm going to expound on that just a second. I'll say hello to everybody. Yasmin says, hi, Dee.
Hey.
What did you bring me from South Africa? I brought you plenty of stories and memories. Hey, Al. And then Tillman says, I agree.
Yep.
And Al says, I think I can hear myself think. Well, that's a good thing.
Yes.
So anyway, why is it that when you ask someone, hey, okay, so let me just put this in a context here. So someone says, hey, Donovan, can I borrow some money?
Right.
And you say, well, what do you need it for?
Mm-hmm.
And then that person says, why you all up in my business? Right? So you're saying, why do people have a problem with that?
Right.
I think people who have a problem with you asking what's it for, how do you find yourself here, because to answer their own question would make them have to think about the things they are not doing in order to sustain themselves, right? Now, people come into hard times all the time for whatever reason, and you want to help people.
Sure.
But in the day of social media, you guys, okay, this is what we have to realize. You can't even lie to kick it no more, because most of the people who are borrowing money are popping bottles on Facebook. They are doing this. They, this, that, the other, shopping and traveling. And then when it comes time for some real responsibilities, like a light bill or to pay the rent, it's like, oh, shoot, I ain't got it. So that's why they have a problem with you asking, because it means they have to tell you, well, you know what? The last 29 days or so, I tricked off the money. Okay? I know we friends on Facebook, Snapchat, or whatever, and you saw me kicking my heels up.
Right.
And so now here I'm at your doorstep, and I need some money.
Now, if I have adult children, should I not be going to my... Okay, like I said, I love my mom to death. Me and my mom, we are yin and yang. We don't really get along together because we're just alike. So me and my mom, we...
Go ahead, keep going.
Me and my mom, we get in our thing. But at the end of the day, my mom is blessed because she has 2 boys. And at the end of the day, mama's going to be taken care of. Whatever mama needs, it's going to be taken care of. Because we're not, we weren't in the streets. We weren't in all that other stuff. But, you know what I'm saying like that. So my mom doesn't have to go without.
Well, yeah, I mean, if your kids got it and they are in a position to help you, yes, that's who should help you.
Right.
Depending on what your relationship is with your kids, I guess. But my dad always has this saying, and I remember him saying it for it's as long as I can remember. If you can't take my advice, you can't take my money. Now, there's also this saying that, like, if I want to say, Donovan, can I have $50?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay, but you say why? I think that's within your rights to. But then there's the other part of it that, let me offer you some advice, because, they say if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. If you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. So a lot of times and we talk about this quite a bit, but a lot of times that advice is more valuable than the $50 because if I'm truly interested in changing my situation, I'm going to listen to you. Not only that, I see, obviously you're successful because I'm coming to you for the money.
Right.
So I want to know what it is you're doing in order to be in a position to lend the money instead of being in a position to borrow and borrowing the money.
Taking.
But those type of people, and no shade to anybody who's in that situation, they're not interested in learning how to fish. They only want the path of least resistance. I just want to stick my hand out and you put something in it. Never minding how you had to acquire the money. And then when I give you some solutions, even if you didn't ask for it, then you get mad at me.
Right, because then here's again roaching too. Notice it's always the same people that keep ending up in the same predicament. It's always the same people. It's always the same, you give her the money this month, she's good. And maybe 2 months go by, then we're right back to where we started before. And you're thinking, well, what's going on here?
Right.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, we're all adults here, whatever the deal is. I don't mind helping my friends, but at the same day, why, if you got a man, shouldn't he's the one getting all the benefits, shouldn't he be the one dealing with the...
I feel like this, if you got a man and you got a daddy, right? Depending on what your situation, if you're a single woman and you don't have a man, your daddy gonna help out. But, if you a father worth his weight and your daughter is with a man, the first thing he gonna say is, well, what is this man good for if you coming to me?
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean...
Or if you have sons, I mean, it's hard for me to believe these women that have sons out there, and it's only $200.
Well,
you can't come up with $200?
Let me say this too, as nicely as I can.
Please.
There's a lot of women who baby their sons.
Amen to that.
There's a lot of women who baby their sons for whatever reason. If the father's not around, they overcompensate. They've knighted him, if you will. That has made him a king in the household, but they've made him a king with no kingdom, a king with no real power. He's just a king in title, because even kings and kingdoms and tribes and all kind of stuff, they can go out there and hunt some shit down and kill it, so everybody, the tribe can eat. But they haven't taught them that, and so these women have robbed their sons of the ability to be able to fend for themselves and fend for their mama if they needed to. In fact, I don't want to burden him.
But you're going to burden me.
You're not like him, because when they don't burden the sons and they want to burden you or the man, or somebody else, it says that my son is too good to help me. So
mama's about to be put in the streets, and he has no responsibility.
Because more than likely, the son is waiting on mama to go out there and kill something to eat so they cannot be put in the streets.
Thus, the black community is in a situation that it's in, and it's continuing. I was at the school the other day, and you will be surprised at how many young people do not even know that the black wealth right now in this country is $1,000. But this also goes back, how many of you guys remember Sandra Bland, the girl that was mysteriously killed in the jail down in Texas, the advocate, Sandra Bland?
Sandra Bland,
She could not find anybody to bail her out over $300 bail.
Well,
and that's where we're at.
That's unfortunate, and just to kind of put a little bit more on it, because I know people are going to come for you. Sandra Bland shouldn't have been in jail in the first place.
Exactly.
But I get where you're going with that. But it is said, though, the average American would have a hard time coming up with a $400 emergency if if one arose. And so I don't think that's just prevalent just to the black community.
No,
I know what you're saying. Yeah, but I mean, especially nowadays, like you said, as far as in the black community, though, our wealth is considered on average $15,000 compared to white households of $170,000. That's not even nowhere in the same state. I was gonna say the ballpark.
It's not even the same country.
Yeah, same country. We are miles
apart.
Gap, and so I just feel like this, because everybody knows that we live in California. California is high as hell. The top 5 states that are high in unemployment belong to California. The 5 top states that are, I'm not unemployment, homelessness is what I meant to say, belongs to California, which means that there are more homeless people. In fact, it said in California than there are in the rest of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so it's expensive to live here. So we know, for the most part, about not spending more than you make.
Mm-hmm.
Gas is high. We have no rent control.
Mm-hmm.
You know, landlord, if you wanted to. Hey, I know I raised your rent $100 last month, but guess what?
It's going up again.
You know, food is everything's expensive out here. Go to Disneyland. How much Disneyland costs to get in?
One person plus parking. Just to walk up to the gate, you're looking at $135. They just went up again.
So the point that we're making is, if you know that you have, you know, you're financially challenged, if you will, don't be on Facebook fronting and stunting, you know, turning up at the clubs and going places you ain't got your money ain't got no business going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, conserve. Because as my father always says too, God bless the child that's got his own. And so you always want to strive to have your own. I'm like you, Donovan. If I don't have it, I'd rather, there's a lot of things I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lot of things I can do to get some cash.
Sure.
And it ain't selling no ass.
I said you're very confident.
No, it ain't selling no ass.
Okay.
I know, I'm just saying, you know, because I had a wise mother in that she was like, always have multiple streams of income, whether it's investments or something. You know, always have some go-to. Don't just be stuck.
Well, what my mom used to say, birds of a feather flock together. Hang around people that know what they're doing.
That's why I hang around you.
Yeah, you know,
rubbing elbows.
No, but that's a true statement, because you know her fiance is a veteran and everything like that, and you know, I'm telling Dee what's going on in the thing, and then she goes to her fiance, who was like, "I'm done with the military," like most of us do. We run to the door.
We said, "No, you ain't."
And sure enough, she's like, "Oh, you can do this," and you know, from the knowledge that she got from me, and now you guys are looking at houses and you know all this other stuff that's happening. So I mean, that's how you get your blessing, and that's in the Bible somewhere. I forgot where it's at.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, but
do what wise people do.
Right, and you hang together.
Right.
So like I said, I'm just saying it's kind of prevalent, but I've lost a lot of friends based on money, and when we were in Africa. Were we worried about money when we were in Africa? No, not at all. We didn't worry about anything. It was just like, hey, let's live right now. We put in the work. Let's enjoy ourselves.
And then we get back on the stroll. Then we get back home.
As soon as we got back home, we were on it. Right. You know? But my point is though, like Dee said, if you're on Facebook, don't be front. And then wait a minute, if you got children, don't let your children front on Facebook when everybody knows your children live with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of like, wait a minute, I just saw this old girl down in Florida kicking it, and now you're short on the rent, but you guys live together. You know? You know what I mean? There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
You know, my dad, too, says people buy what they want and beg for what they need. Yeah. It's like, don't be that type of person. Right. Because you always need, so what do you need? You need a roof over your head, you need some food to eat. Hell, you might not even need no lights if you got candles. Right. You know, just, you might not be able to turn the heat on and cook. Mm-hmm. But a roof, food, and water. You need those things. Right. At least make sure you have those things taken care of, because I can deal with being in the dark. If I got a room on, I can't deal with being in the dark under a bridge, though. Right.
You know? and then here's some wise advice. You know your kids ain't doing well. Teach your kids. Don't be bringing children here to make your situation worse.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? And then the kids aren't in a position to take care of the kids that they made, which makes you feel obligated that you're going to do it. Now, that's for you people out there. I ain't doing it. My grandkids are not my responsibility.
Hey, in the words of my wise mama, not my monkey, not my show.
Rest in peace.
And I also say this too.
The church says amen.
Let me get this comment.
Right.
Let me get this comment, and don't let me forget that.
Okay.
5 years ago, this is from Al. 5 years ago, my son and I, he said, me and my son, I ain't gonna let you live that name. My son and I were coming from the mall. We caught a flat, 100-degree weather, and I asked him to help me push the car to the side, and he said it's too hot to push the car out. It's probably a joke. I said, quit crying. My pee hurt too.
Yes! He understands exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? We got to start stepping up, and that's what's happening in the black community, in my opinion, because, now, and then here's the caveat of the whole thing. Then the person got mad at me.
This is what I wanted to say. And forgive me if this comes off a little harsh, because, a lot of times I get accused of having strong opinions. I'm that way. I don't know how to, be passive or candy coat things, right? I firmly believe there should be a law that in order for you to screw, you need to pass some type of classes.
Right.
There needs to be some classes.
Yes.
And the certification is invite me to the ceremony when you pass the I know how to screw. I know the dynamics of screwing, or I should probably clean that up a little bit. I know the dynamics of having sexual intercourse and the the results that can come from that. Because I hear so often young people, older people having sex and they making babies and they talk, I don't know what I'm going to do. Hell, anybody that heard, I never heard the birds and the bees. Yeah, my parents, you didn't hear that story. You heard the real story.
And one child's bad enough. Now you got people having twins.
But sex was for procreation.
Yes, at the end of the day.
We made it all off into the freaky deaky, and we swinging from chandeliers.
Yes, making tapes.
We made that.
Yeah.
Into that. Sex is to make babies. Right. And so when you have a baby from having sex, then all of a sudden you distraught. How? How is you yes, I said is. Right. How is you distraught?
Good point.
Yeah, I know you was moaning and groaning when you was doing it. Don't moan and groan now, goddammit, because
felt good at the time. Felt good at the time.
Yeah. So. Moan and groan and happiness for the next 18 years.
Yes. And it's mostly groaning in those 18 years.
I mean, I'm just saying, and I'm preaching, what? I'm speaking to myself. My daughter will be 27, and I only got one.
Right. I've only got two. I should have had way more than that. At least that was my dream.
Because it wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy either.
Right.
And
I got the 411 on D from her ex.
Ooh,
I believe you, Dre. I believe you.
Liar. He's a liar.
So no, we had a really good time like that. But recently, let's transition real quick. Donald Trump.
Who? No.
Donald Trump. Let me show you what an idiot this man is. You just beat the Mueller thing, and Nancy Pelosi was protecting you and all this other stuff. And within 24 hours of Mueller testifying, you are overheard in conversations selling the country down the road. D, what is your opinion on your president using your tax dollars to benefit himself in an election that he knows he most likely, I wouldn't say he was going to lose. I don't even know why he did that. He probably wasn't going to lose. However,
what didn't he do it the first time too?
He solicited help from overseas, but he wasn't a sitting president at the time. So
I know, but I'm saying the only thing that's changed is his title.
Yeah.
And listen, this is my whole take on Donald Trump. I've said this 100 times. Donald Trump is a douchebag. Okay, that he is, but Donald Trump he didn't reinvent the wheel. He ain't doing nothing that these other white men ain't did to get the country. He's doing the same. He found the blueprint of the forefathers.
Right.
I'm a cheat, kill, steal, destroy to get what I want. He can't win nothing honest.
And a lot of people will follow him and defend him, which they're doing right now.
If Donald Trump if he knew he was on an up and up and everything was great and everything was really fake news.
Think about it. All my friends that are on Facebook now, and you guys are Trump supporters, more power to you.
No, ain't no power to you.
No. You can't help the foolish, but more power to you if that's what you want to do. This man has not released his taxes like he said he was going to do. It's been 2 years he's been in office, hasn't released his taxes yet. He constantly goes to court to block anything that has to do with his education, his businesses. I mean, it's just to my friends, aren't you just a little bit suspicious of what has this man got to hide? I mean, everything that is relevant that you would think, let me just, what's the big deal? Let me see your taxes. Or what's the big deal? Let me see your business portfolio.
You know why they're not gonna do that?
What's that?
Because they're just like them.
Mm.
They're just like them. Because
I don't have billion.
no, I ain't talking about they ain't got them. Well, he probably ain't got $1 billion.
Yeah, he ain't got $1 billion either. Yeah.
But birds, you just said it a while ago. Birds of a feather flock together, and they have the same.
So white supremacy?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It doesn't matter if he's cheating. Hell, Obama couldn't wear a tan suit without them getting their panties all tied up.
Wait, Michelle. How dare she show her shoulders?
But you know what, though? She was showing her shoulders in clothes she paid for.
Right.
Out of her own pocket.
But then Melania is out there muff diving on some model in a picture, and that is our first lady that's supposed to be held in this high regard. Be best. The bitch can barely speak English.
Stop it.
But it's true though. I mean, I ain't saying nothing that's not true. Be best. What? That's not even proper English. Be best. That's her program.
That's good, Melania.
Yes, that's good enough, right?
That's good.
And wait. They were having sex parties with Epstein.
No, it wasn't. What it was, it's fake news. They were having
everything's fake.
Tea and coffee.
Right. Everything's fake. So it must be fake news that whistleblower almost verbatim repeated.
And it was a CIA agent.
Right. Repeated what was on the transcript, and then they take the transcript and try to put it into another database to hide it.
Well, who does the CIA generally work for? Isn't it they go with the administration that's in office?
Well, they're
to some degree.
They're nonpartisan.
Nonpartisan.
Yeah, supposed to be supposed to be. We know the CIA helped kill Kennedy.
Whoever this person was like, what had happened was
right, right. And so I mean, I don't know. I mean, Nancy Pelosi did not want to indict this guy, but now they're going to have to, because now you can see it on her face. She's all pissed off, like, we're going to have to go to do the impeachment, because she didn't want to do it, because these people, white supremacy, they're both in the same wing, same arm, 2 different arms of the same.
And that goes to your point, why, you say you got a lot of friends who support Trump and don't believe he's guilty
of anything
and all that, because they're just like him.
Right,
it's hard it's harder rather to put people who are like you are supposed to be on the same page in check, because they think the same way he does. That dude is a low down dirty scoundrel.
Right, but see, here's my thing with my friends that are Trump supporters. If Obama had done the same thing that Trump has done, what would you be saying? It's like Lindsey Graham about, what I mean? It's like he said one thing years ago when it came to impeachment of Clinton. Now it's like, oh, well, hey.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I wasn't an Obama supporter. So when Obama was fucking up and doing everything, I was like, yeah, that's right. Let's go by the law.
I saw a headline today, and it says it was an ex-New York
prosecutor?
No, police officer, chief or something, was saying, he was lamenting, at the fact that Trump is potentially going to get impeached. And he said that Trump was the last hope for white people.
Yikes. What does that mean?
Basically, that Trump now being in office has, given white people their true power back. White people can now feel emboldened. We had that nigger in office for 8 months, 8 years, and white people's rights and stuff.
Well, here's the thing.
Away, and now the great white.
But here's
the great orange hope.
Orange hope is going to bring us to glory.
Yes.
But see, here's the thing, and I got friends that say that too.
Hey, Sydney.
About white supremacy.
We're talking about your boy Trump.
Yeah. Okay, who makes the laws? Who let all these people in? These are mostly white legislators. So you guys have nobody to blame. You definitely can't blame black people, but yourselves.
Right.
The browning of the United States is due to white legislators. Period. So, you bleeding heart liberals and you cold-hearted Republicans, you guys are all
in the same game.
All in the same game.
In the same game.
Great baseline. Great baseline. Don't you know we got to get ourselves together? Make the change. Stop the fight. You guys remember that song? All in the same game, produced by Dr. Dre and the West Coast. The West Coast Rap All-Stars.
Right, there you go.
Okay, so.
Right.
So this is going to be interesting. We're going into an election. It is not good for a sitting president to have the negativity of an impeachment. He's going to get impeached in the House. There's no doubt about that. But we might be surprised in the Senate because somebody's going to probably say, you know what, I can't. I mean, what's it going to take for you to uphandle? The question is this. Either the president is above the law or he's not. And in 1974, the Supreme Court said Nixon is not above the law.
And he went.
Deuces, I'm out, rather than be impeached. And for those that keep forgetting, Nixon was never impeached.
Yeah, he was
quit.
I'm out of here. You ain't gonna put that on
quit.
me.
So he quit.
It was Andrew Johnson and Clinton were the only ones that were impeached.
Right.
Like you said, Nixon was on the verge of, but he was like.
Right. And now Trump is going to be impeached.
Yeah.
And an impeachment is nothing more than an indictment of charges. Now, you impeached a man for getting his whacker sucked, a personal issue. Now we have a man that mafia type, because Trump has always been dealing with the mafia because he wants to be a mafia boss. Now you got a man who is using tax dollars and basically soliciting, which goes against our election laws, a foreign country to aid and abet within our election laws. Now, think about this. Excuse my language. My dick getting sucked versus betraying the Constitution of the United States. Which is the more serious of the two?
Senior said Spiro Agnew too.
Well, that's a vice president. It doesn't count, and he didn't get indicted. He quit too because he cut a plea deal, Sydney. So he was about. But you're right though. He was about to get indicted and impeached. But getting your dick sucked versus betraying the United States. Please tell me, especially all my friends that are in the military, we took that oath. What is more important? And that's all I got to say.
And I guess that's Nancy Pelosi's thing of why they finally are. Well, it's not even. What is it? They're doing an investigation or something.
They're doing an inquiry.
Inquiry of impeachment.
Maybe
But but she's saying because he
betrayed
the oath and put the country at risk, a security risk behind, and it was all behind trying to make sure that Biden is
and
not.
Biden is not gonna. And Biden, I said this when Biden announced he's a fader. Biden is not even up in the polls yet. That's what I was saying. I mean, what is Trump doing? He blew it. He blew it at this point. So it's just one of those things. So let's think about that. Amber Geiger, she is the woman that went into an apartment and shot Botham Jean.
Yes.
And I think today's day 5 of the trial. And if you guys saw my Facebook page, she was bawling her eyes out. And don't get me wrong, I know she feels sorry that she got caught, but executed this man, and you got to pay the piper. But she was, I felt for her.
Huh?
I felt for she's crying and like that. But the point is, you did it. There's no way around it. So we're just gonna have to just deal with that. But she kept saying how sorry she was and whatever, but a man is dead, an innocent man is dead, and you got to pay the piper. And that black judge, female judge up there, she was just like, what I got to do to keep this thing going, it's just, and she wasn't happy. I like that black female judge, and watch, they're going to say, oh, it's a black judge, so we got to retry this case. This wasn't right.
And let me go back to this. So, Sydney says, Trump, mafia as laughable. And it out for you, but on mine I can see both of us.
Stop with those doggone Trump phones, y'all. Turn your phone sideways, see if it works.
And then Cindy says there is a war on sex. You know this. Yeah. Okay, so do tell.
Right, but I'm going to tell you why I know Trump is involved with the mafia. When he opened the Trump Hotel, he lost almost $1 billion. Okay. The only way you could lose $1 billion in a hotel, it is statistically proven 30 cents on every dollar that is spent in a casino goes to the house. You can't lose money in a casino. Statistically, it's impossible. The only way you can do that, have you guys seen the movie Casino? Watch the movie Casino, and there's a bag man that goes in there, and it's called skimming. And he went with some mafia guys, and those mafia guys cleaned his dumb ass out. That's how dumb Trump is. He thinks he's smart, but he's not. Those mafia guys bankrupt that casino, and that's how it was done. That's the only way you can explain it, because if you look at his financial, that's why he won't disclose the bank financial records. And I mean, it's a mess. The mafia was involved. The guy's a douchebag. So.
Right. And then so Cindy is asking Donovan, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it a cover up?
Is it a cover?
Is it the cover up? So
Trump?
So they're saying they can only see half of us. I don't know why. On my phone I can see
both of us. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I just turn it back the other way then and see what happens.
Well, let's see. Da-da-da. How's that?
Okay, now. Oh, you can't do it while it's live.
So I'm turning it back over here. But anyway, you guys will get over it. It's okay. So,
I can only see half of you guys. Oh, that's.
But then come back this way.
I don't know, you guys.
Y'all need to upgrade your phones out there. But anyway, we're gonna go in the second hour. When we go in the second hour, we'll try to fix it and then see.
We'll rotate
see what
it. Yeah,
rotate it
I mean, let me tell them because it's delayed on my end.
Okay. So that's what we're talking about. Let me go a little bit into South Africa.
Okay.
Wow. All I can say is wow. It was awesome. It was beautiful. I know everybody likes those cruises. I know everybody likes going to Jamaica and the Bahamas. Negroes, you've been to the Jamaica and the Bahamas and those cruises 15 times. Could you please once go to Africa? You've been to Europe several times. You've been to Hawaii several times. Could you please once just go to Africa and you will be surprised at what you find there. I went. I'm known now. The Duke of Edgemont was in Africa, and D saw my game was strong. My game was strong. I mean, D got mad. There's so many people knew me there. So the game was strong. So just go to Africa. The food was great. The flight, if you're not used to international flying, that's what's going to kill you. But everything else is going to be good to go.
Brandy says, Trump's about to Tekashi everyone around him.
Yes.
Got to tell on everybody.
Everybody's going to be jumping out. But but here's the thing about Trump though. Believe it or not, because these people are all in cahoots. They're going to let him walk out. No charges. No, all this tough talk. When Trump says I quit. They're going to let him walk out, no charges whatsoever. And then the embarrassing thing, he implicates the Attorney General. So the Attorney General is involved. Rudy Giuliani's involved.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
You're telling a guy, I want you to do something illegal, talk to my AG. The guy that's in charge of this guy's an idiot. He's an idiot. I'm sorry. So anyway, D, we're going to go in the second hour. D, what are we going to be talking about in the second hour?
We're going to talk about $1 billion baby shower.
Given by.
Oh, I'll tell you guys in the second hour. And what happened to reparations?
What did happen to reparations?
We're going to talk about it. Yes, we is. We're going to talk about it.
Okay. What about Cory Booker?
Who?
Cory Booker.
Who's that?
This is what happens. This is what happens when you're a black candidate and you don't talk about black issues. You just ignore the black vote.
He's like, well.
You just ignore the black vote.
We had a good run, y'all.
Yes. Remember he was begging? I got to think about this.
Her mama begging too. I saw her on my page somehow. Talking about she needs some more money.
She needs some more money. So it seems to me that the donors said this Obama thing is not working. These people are up. You got the Demetra K show, the Donovan Sadiq show out there, warning the people of what's going on. We got to find something else. And they say Elizabeth Warren is the thing. Now, Elizabeth Warren, remember, when they asked her about reparations, she said, what?
Now she's saying, where do I sign?
We're going to talk about it.
Yes, come on back, y'all. And we're going to fix the angle.
We're going to fix everything up.
We're going to fix the angle.
And we'll get back up to you. I don't know why you guys, like I said, she can see it on hers. I can see it on mine. The wide range really works. But you guys stick with this. And another reason I'm going to tell you why I know so much about casinos.
You better watch out now.
I got a lot of relatives that go to the casino.
Watch out
a lot of my aunts go to the casino. My mom is a connoisseur. She gets comps all the time. Does concert and stuff like that. My mom came out here last Christmas, and I took her to San Manuel. My mom can tell you when a slide is tight, it ain't gonna hit.
Right.
She's got the touch. So.
Al says, Barbara, it's Shirley. How you get my number? That bitch ass N-word Tekashi69 gave it to me.
All right, you guys, we're going to cut a little bit. We're going to get back and we're going to do Demetra's thing and we're going to do a real quick fix.
Yes.
And then we'll be back.
We're going to fix it.
Do not forget to check out Demetra K Sundays, 3 p.m., the Demetra K Show. She's on Facebook Live. She's also on YouTube, Twitter, Spreaker, Spotify, you name it. We're out there.
You name it.
The message is out there.
Yes.
Yes. So we like to have a lot of fun over here, but we'll be back 2 + 2. Let's see you guys.
See, Brandy says she can see us. Y'all got those crickets.
Y'all got them bad phones.